So our promise to the community is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
Well, that didn't age well. Man, it has been a long while ever since I've made a last Marvel's Avengers game. And the news just now stating that Square Enix has been caught lying about the whole microtransactions part. So I watched it, Evan Felicia's YouTube video, Marvel's Avengers latest marketplace updates, backtracks on promise not to include pay-to-win items, and yeah, he basically told me everything. Thanks, Evan. And yeah, it has been a hell of a long while ever since I've talked about this game. Well, not that long, only a few months. So ever since this game was launched, it has received a lot of backlash. Since, like, it was lacking Avengers Endgame content, slow DLC. I mean, I can't say I blame the developers. I mean, my wild guess is maybe it's because of the whole COVID-19 and work from homes, and yeah. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, on the bright side, they did finally release the Black Panther DLC expansion. That was the only DLC that definitely saved Square Enix's ass from hell. Not gonna lie, that suit does look sick. Wakanda forever. So it's been a long while, and Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's been a hell of a long time ever since then, and I'm still surprised on how, like, this game is still receiving some poorly reviews and receiving some backlashing, still getting overhated ever since. I mean, here's my honest what-if, like, opinion, like, even if they never released Spider-Man as a PlayStation exclusive, or never had any microtransactions whatsoever, this game would have been successful if none of those two things have ever happened. I mean, on the bright side, they did release the first MCU Iron Man skin. I mean, that's at least a cool bonus. But I've heard that the MCU skins cost $15. I mean, Jesus Christ, $15 for an MCU movie skin? That is just really pathetic. And the cross-gen features make absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Cross-gen matchmaking. Yeah, it's all confusing. And of course, the one real reason why this game is still frustrating to this game, and I bet you're gonna read my mind right now. Can you still believe this bullshit? Can you still even believe this? This is the real reason why I despise and hate Sony a lot sometimes. One of my friends mentioned that Sony is anti-consumer as well. Well, not like... that's a whole topic I'll find out at a later date, but this is really frustrating. Spider-Man is not just for PlayStation. He's for everyone, and it really frustrates me. And Sony says, if you want to play as Spider-Man so badly, buy a $500 PlayStation 5. I don't care. Avenger devs tell Xbox players who want to play as Spider-Man to get a PlayStation. What the hell is this? This looks like it came from an excuse from a PlayStation fanboy or developer. Exclusives are stupid. I'm a PlayStation person and I like to get sad and mad, but something like Spider-Man or something gets locked only on PlayStation, Xbox players should be able to have fun too. I mean, this man has a truthful point. He is a PlayStation person, but he's a respectful one, and I respect his opinion. Spider-Man is not just for PlayStation. He's for everyone. Still to this day, it is very frustrating. I mean, Even if Spider-Man wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, I wouldn't have gotten this game on my PC. Now, I still love PlayStation just a tiny bit, do not get me wrong. I still think their games are pretty cool. Especially, I'm a massive fan of Insomniac Games' as Marvel Vision. And I still respect a lot of respectful PlayStation fans out there. It's just that these exclusives are just very frustrating. I mean, I just watch Spider-Man PS4 on my PC, even though I don't have a PS4. I still love it when I see people play the game. I don't blame them from there. I mean, I still think the gameplay looks pretty cool, even though I don't have the game. Also, I even made a mask inspired by Spider-Man PS4. So yeah. Even though I despise and hate Sony a tiny bit and a lot, but I still like their games just a tiny bit. It's just that sometimes they can be very frustrating along with their fanboy ponies. And yeah, just say the truth on my chest, the only one thing I like about Sony is Insomniac Games. They're pretty cool. Alright. Just for the record, I still respect PlayStation fans. Respectful ones.
Oh, that real f***ing original. And who's gonna give me a loan, jackhole? You? You got an ATM on that torso light bright? Now get your 7'2" asthmatic ass back here, or I'm gonna tell everyone what a whiny bitch you were. Oh, jeez, he's crying.
Okay, usually on my YouTube channel, I think you guys already heard about this, but also I do respect the developer's manners. There's this one news article that might interest you. Let me show you. During the PlayStation Direct, or whatever it's called, we gotten 2 new Insomniac Marvel games. Of course, Marvel Wolverine and Marvel Spider-Man 2. Both of them look very promising, but the one thing fans are doing right now is insulting the Marvel's Avengers games, saying, quote, "These games are going to be better than Marvel's Avengers, blah blah blah," or whatever. And you know what? I find that very harsh and disrespectful. There's this guy who said that Marvel's Avengers dev has meltdown on Twitter over Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 and can't take criticism. And I was reading through the comments saying something about, you know what? We respect the developer's opinion. I mean, yeah. Random Black Gamer made a huge point. I understand what he's saying, but he weren't... I understand what he's saying, but he went about it in wrong way. Yeah, a lot more work to develop multiple heroes with unique mechanics as opposite to one. I have said this multiple times when people compare it to Marvel Spider-Man, but it's not a good excuse in terms on how poor this game has been handled. Things could easily been implemented, take forever to get put in. Basically, they have to think about how they could affect their review. It's like money comes first with them. And Random Black Gamer has a point. Also, other people are saying this. I mean, some other people are saying, I'm glad we still have an Avengers game. I mean, we did need one for a time. And you know what? There are some people out there who still love Marvel's Avengers. And I still respect them for that. However, they still listen to their fans. Take this video for example. This took place during the whole COVID stuff.
Overnight, the world changed for everyone. We're working from home setups, kits, everything they need.
But these new challenges have fueled our passion for the mission.
Our mission to fulfill our promise to you. Here we got her hand slamming against the wall.
To finish what we started.
What we see
Together.
Now, we'll give that trailer some credit. Like, during the trailer, we seen the developers in their homes, like, set up, like, still developing the game. And, yeah, like, it's pretty hard for them. Like, the developers, like, have to do home setups, like, help their kids and all the other shenanigans. And, yeah. And by the looks of it, Marvel's Avengers may look like a weird build for some people, but in my opinion, some people out there still like it, and I still respect them for their opinions. And the more, like, the devs are still, like, thankful for that. And, yeah, I still respect them for that. I mean, thank you for trusting us with these characters and this story. I will give some respect. Like, I still think the game looks pretty cool. Like, here's some truth. When I first saw Marvel's Avengers, it did look a little weird to me. Yes, some of the costumes were pretty jarring. At least Hulk was still good. But after hearing some costumes and receiving some new ones, I still think the game itself looks pretty fun. I mean, after all, you can still do multiplayer with each other and the other shenanigans. I still think this game looks pretty good. These are in some strange times, like, the developers are in some strange times. But I still think this game looks pretty cool. Take the classic suit, for example. Like, they got the classic Captain America suit and the Iron Man suit. Like, the Iron Man suit still looks like a heart of gold. And I still think this game, even though it still has some of its problems, I still think this game looks pretty cute and fun. So yeah, I mean, there's some outfits out there that still look very magnificent, like some source material. But yeah, I'll give this game some tiny credit. They're trying their best. I will respect the developers' manners. And yeah, I'll give them some tiny defense. I mean, we don't have Spider-Man yet, but I am excited to see what his suits are going to look like and what his design will be. When I zoomed in closely, it looked like the classic suit, which I am excited to see what it will look like. So yeah. Other than that, I will wish this game the best, like, redeem itself, and I wish the developers the best of luck. Other than that, this game, I will give it a strong 6.8 out of 10, even though I haven't played the game, but that's okay. I still think the developers should deserve some respect. Other than that, hope you guys liked this video, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video, so peace out.